Alright guys, welcome to the next video on the Desmos Scientific Calculator. For this next video, we're going to explore some of the special buttons that Desmos has that kind of help make our lives easier. So the first one I want to look at is this division problem here, where I have lots of parts. I've used lots of parentheses again. Let me try to get it all in one line. But instead I want to practice this using the ANS key. So the ANS key is right here, right under the 3 and next to the decimal point and the plus. And it always means the last answer, the answer from the line before. So we're going to practice typing this in, but really what I have here is kind of 3 problems. First I have the first division problem, and then I have whatever I get divided by something else, so my previous answer divided by something else, and then I have my previous answer divided by 2. So I'm going to practice using the ANS key to do this. So start with my first one, which is 1200 divided by 6, and I get 200. Now I need to take that and divide it by 10. So I'll say ANS divided by 10. And you can see that it shows the 200 in the ANS. Sometimes for a longer answer, it'll cut it off, but the ANS key just means my answer from up here. So I was able to take my last answer and divide it by 10. Now I need my last answer and divide it by 2. So right, ANS has changed. Now it's 20 because it always looks at my last answer, and it divided that by 2 to get 10. So this is really useful because a lot of times when I'm doing math, I string together calculations. I do something like 20 divided by 2, and I say, okay, that plus 50, that divided by 6, that to the 3rd power, my previous answer divided by 5, right? I might like string together these different calculations where I keep using my last answer. Where I'm adding things to my last answer, I'm splitting it up, I'm doing exponents, so it's kind of nice to have a way to just go get my last answer. Another button that's here is that, like we saw before, I have my clear all button, which would clear all these lines off the screen for me. But another thing that I can do is that if I'm just typing in a box, in a line, and I don't know, I made some bad typos and it's really become a mess, and I didn't mean to type all this, I have to start over. I might notice that my clear button, or my clear all button, has changed to just clear. And right now if I press it, it will just clear that line for me, kind of let me start over. So sometimes I'm starting a problem and I type some stuff and it looks like it's not right and I might have to start over, so it's nice to have a way to clear. And then one last button I want to look at is undo, which I think most of us know undo from real life, working with like Microsoft Word or other programs like that. But sometimes I have some really complicated expression that I spent a lot of time typing in, like this one here, which equals 10, right? But maybe in the middle of typing it, I had made some typo and I said, oh no, I have all this junk now, but up here I have these 2 arrow keys, and I can press undo, and kind of get back to what I had before. And then even if that was an accident, I have this button to redo. So I can kind of go back and forth. I can undo what I just typed, which is really nice because sometimes I've typed something beautiful and it took me a second to type. It was kind of hard to put it all together. And then I've made some horrible typo and I don't want to lose what I have. I can press undo and get back to what I typed before. So these are the ways that Desmos has these buttons to kind of make your life easier. It really is a scientific calculator. It anticipates these things you might need and has kind of shortcuts to help you get things done faster. So I hope this video was helpful, and I'll see you guys during the next video.